welcome to the Cavalry. Thank you for joining us. It's great to be here. Johnny's here. I'm here. Johnny, letting the chest hair fly today.
I am. Look at that.
Oh, gorgeous. It's like you need a medallion or something to hang around that.
Or a gold chain, something.
I don't think I've ever seen you with your shirt off.
It's
all
not.
Those,
for our listeners, it is not off. I am not recording.
I've never seen you with your balls out.
Yes, you have. Now that's a lie.
Oh, well, yeah, I did see that. You had a shirt on, though.
That's right.
You're a little shy.
Right. I was Winnie the Pooh in it. It was a cartoon I saw. I don't know if it was like in a Playboy a long time ago, but it was a guy. It was a guy, and he was at a nude beach, and he was fully clothed, but he had his penis hanging out of the zipper hole because it was just like dipping his toe in. He was too nervous to get fully nude at the nude beach.
But there are probably, that's actually a great point, because there's probably guys out there who are gifted
in the Wang department.
Penis in the Wang department.
Mm-hmm.
Wang gifted, whatever. You said it, fine.
Sure.
But like maybe very self-conscious about like their body, like the rest of their body. Like they have big belly and man boobs and all that stuff. So they like wouldn't want to take their shirt off. But at the nude beach, they'd be like, but I have to show my giant cock, you know?
Yeah, you gotta let
this is my one chance to show off, but I'm gonna wear the shirt.
What did you like? That's just like we talked about with the nude bike race, like being at a nude beach. I just feel like, what if they got a boner? You know, like,
yeah.
Every time you see footage of nude beaches, it's like nobody has a boner. It's almost like it's not a sexual thing at all.
I feel like I haven't seen a lot of footage of nude beach. Like,
you see like photographs, like
but like, that's there probably are guys that get boner, but then like the nude beach,
the film crew,
camera crew is like, well, let's not just use this erect guy over here. Let's show it being normal.
We got another boner guy.
No, there has to be. You're right. There's probably some sort of like, hey, don't make it. It's natural. It happens. Have you heard that story that Artie Lang told? He was starting to act, you know?
Yeah.
And he was in some love scene with some super hot actress or whatever. Yeah. And he was very scared that was going to happen. He was like, oh my God, I'm for sure going to get a boner. And then like, I'll feel the boner. And she'll think, she'll be up against me and she'll think I'm this big creep, you know? So to prevent that, he basically taped down his penis. He vacuum sealed his entire crotch to make sure nothing could move, you know? And then afterwards she was like, yeah, I was kind of surprised that we did that big scene and you had nothing going on to make nothing happen. I was like a little worried you weren't into. She's like thought he was gay, all this stuff. And he was like, no. I just taped my penis down, and that's all.
No. It's a vacuum seal. I vacuum sealed my underpants.
It's not weird. It's nothing weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's probably. I've never been to a nude beach. You ever been to a nude beach?
No.
Yeah.
You ever think about that? Like, what if you were like, you're the Andrew Slater. You got movie offers coming. You're doing a movie, and there's a scene where you have to it's like a love scene.
Yeah.
They don't have to show anything, but like the girl has to be on top of you.
Yeah.
But then that's the same thing.
For sure. Now
it's a lose-lose.
It is a lose-lose, and I feel like there's just no way. How would your wife handle it? My wife just would not be able. There would be no this would be good for my career. She'd just be like, you're not an actor. You don't have to. You don't. What is it about this? You're not dedicated to this craft. You're not doing it.
To hump this supermodel.
No.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I think it's Heidi's always saying that. She's like, I don't understand. How could you be married to somebody, or how could you be with someone and watch this and then think everything's, oh, they were just acting or whatever? Because they're too good at acting. It looks too real.
Yeah.
Then they
Yeah, like
believe it.
even
You
like
know what I
even
mean?
makeouts when you show like in a movie where like a married actor is like making out, you can see they are making out.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they're good actors because they're
Right.
telling
Because they
people, look
believe
at what
it.
a good actor I am. I'm making
The
out with
best
this.
actors believe it. You know what I mean? They're like
Yeah.
in the moment, they got to
Yeah.
be like, I'm not married. In their head, I'm the character.
Yeah.
I am not married. So this is cool. So I'm going to go for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like Daniel Day-Lewis. It's like he's really
He's method.
69ing Mrs. Lincoln, like in the movie. Like
Oh,
he
you saw
really was.
you got the extended cut.
Yeah, the director's the
Yeah,
director.
you got the bonus scene where he
Yeah, where it opens.
69's Mary Todd.
Is that Mrs. Lincoln's name is Mary Todd Lincoln?
Yeah,
Oh,
I believe so.
I believe you. All right.
Okay.
You know what? I've never been known for my historical accuracy.
Now that you're saying that, I'm like, yeah, it is weird. Todd would be a weird middle name for a lady.
Yeah.
I don't think,
Let alone a first lady.
but it might be. Hello, but yeah, she's Mary Todd Lincoln. It must be like a her family name or something.
I wonder if she's like Duncan, where that's he goes by his middle name. If like at the time she went by Todd.
Hey, Todd. Yeah.
Probably not.
I would hope not. Hey, wait,
That's
Duncan isn't Duncan's name?
that's his middle name. His name
What?
is John.
And he doesn't like it?
No, he likes it. I mean, I don't know. We just when we named him, we were like, because we didn't know how many kids we were gonna have, and we wanted because my dad's name was John, my grandpa's name was John, my name is John. Like, well, we got to have a John in there,
Yeah.
but I don't want him opening my mail, so we just like, all right, his name's John legally, but he'll go by his middle name, Duncan.
So
You never met a person that just went by their middle
no,
name,
I have, but
but
usually it's
they changed it
the
themselves.
person's choice. They're like, I never liked my name, so I'll just go by my middle name, or like friends started calling them that or something. Now,
Yeah.
like their parents chose their name, and then immediately they were like, yeah, but that's just the bullshit name.
Yeah, don't call him that.
Don't call him that. Here's the second
Yeah.
name that we should have just named him. So he's a John
Well,
the Third. Wait, there how many
no, because
Johns
I
are
think
there?
you're only the third or the second if you have the same exact, like the same middle name. We all have different middle names, so it doesn't
So he's
matter.
not a little Johnny Jr. just because you don't have the same middle name.
Right. Right.
It's so stupid.
I mean, if he wants to go by John, fine, but he won't. He's doing now. He wants to be. He'll go through phases where he's like, call me JD, call me JD.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
JD.
It's so funny though, because I think I talked about it like when I was in like I don't know fourth or fifth grade, because there was an AJ in the class and there was a
Yeah.
kids with a CJ. So I was like, oh, call me JP. I want everyone to call me JP because John Patrick. And no, nobody did except for my dad. My dad would call me JP,
Oh,
and like
good for your
nobody else
dad.
would.
JP is not one you hear like CJ's great.
Yeah, that's
J
common. AJ's common.
AJ's great. Something about J, but then when it's JP,
Yeah, it
I don't
doesn't
know.
work. I had an uncle who was JP, and like that was I don't even know what his name was. I don't think anyone knew what his real name was. He just went by JP. Like that was his name, but I've never heard of anyone else go by that.
I would be AJ. I'm Andrew James.
Oh,
So I
okay.
could
Hey,
have been an AJ. I
yeah.
think I tried I might have tried to get people to call me Drew for a while, but that didn't ever hang on.
What age was this?
It's probably the same age as Duncan, just like when you're looking for something,
Yeah, change
you're
it up.
looking for something to like, you know, separate you or like
Yeah,
make you cooler or whatever.
yeah.
I don't know.
I remember I wanted my parents to name me Michael. I wish they would have named me Michael because I was such a big Michael J. Fox fan of Michael J. Fox.
You were You were a big fan of Michael J. Fox?
Yeah, why is that so weird? He
Well,
is
I
one
don't
of the
know. Just
greatest.
like as a
Back to the
kid?
Future. Yeah, Back
Yeah.
to the Future. Teen Wolf.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh, I had a movie. My brother Scott, we shared a room. He had a movie poster for a movie called Light of Day, and it was a Michael J. Fox. It's like Miss Michael J. Fox is the poster. It's a picture of him sitting there. And I've never heard of that movie. I have no idea what it's about. I've never seen it. I just know that there was a poster in my room for it. No,
Because
weird.
you just loved the actor.
No, because my brother, I don't know, my brother had to put the poster up. I assume he's seen it. We've never
What is
talked
the J? You're such a big fan. What does the J
I have
stand for
no
in Michael J.
idea.
Fox?
I don't know.
Like
Johnny, hopefully
I'm
Johnny.
I'm on a Google tear. It's got to be John. It's
Yeah,
got to
what are
be
the?
John.
I mean, it's either John or Joseph, right? I'm gonna.
Yeah.
James could be James. Could be Jeffrey.
What does the J stand for? What does
Michael
J
J.
stand
Fox. Call
for?
in, listener, if you're listening. Call in or leave us a 5-star review. With
Wait
your,
a minute.
did
Nah,
not
this
tell
is
you?
no. It's worse. His
What?
his middle name is Andrew.
Ouch! He's so ashamed of it. He didn't even want people to know what it started with.
What the hell? But he said he wanted to Michael A. He ruled out Michael A. Fox for obvious reasons. Why? What's the obvious reason? And he
Michael.
adopted the middle initial J
Yeah, why
as an,
is that?
as an homage to his favorite character actor Michael J. Pollard. But maybe he must have changed it for like because SAG or whatever. You can only have there. Maybe there's already a Michael Fox or something. But why not Michael A. Fox? What is the obvious reason?
Yeah, I don't
Like
know.
this at all.
I don't know. Weird.
I don't like it. Makes
I
me
don't
not
like it at
trust him.
all. Something fishy going on there.
Something's wrong.
What's your favorite Michael J. Fox movie?
Uh, what was that one with the poster? The light is always
Light of
on in the
Day.
room, or what is it called?
Light of Day.
Light of Day. No, I Back to the Future, of course. I couldn't even think of like a runner up.
Teen Wolf.
Yeah, I mean Teen Wolf, sure, but like, when was the last time you saw Teen Wolf?
I've seen it probably 3 times in the last 6 months.
My God,
It's so great. That movie is rewatch it, revisit. It holds up.
no,
It's hilarious.
no, I'm not gonna I've only have like a few decades left on this earth. I'm not gonna spend any of that time rewatching Teen Wolf.
I'll tell you what. I'm not done watching it. I'll watch it. I don't even want to
Three
know. I don't know how
times
many
in
more
6
times.
months.
Yeah, I rediscovered it because I saw it a lot when I was little, like the TV version,
Right.
and then I bought it on iTunes,
Sure.
and I was like, "Oh man, this movie's fucking great! It is hilarious. It's a great movie."
But it's so stupid.
What's still? Of course, I mean it's.
But why
it's
is he better
it's
at basketball?
Very funny
Why is he better at basketball because he's a wolf? I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
because wolves are like. They're like dogs. They're just, or like, I don't know. They're more coordinated. I don't know.
Oh. Oh yeah. Because wolves are like dogs.
Well, I was gonna say like a cat.
good
Like
at
a cat always
basketball.
lands on its feet, but I'm like, wait a minute, wolves aren't cats. They're dogs. So I really quickly adjusted and said,
Oh
because
yeah.
wolves are like dogs.
Wolves are
Yeah.
like dogs. And dogs are like good at basketball. You get it. Haven't you ever
Batman
seen
fell down the stairs last night, by the way. Speaking of
Wait, what?
coordinated canines, Batman fell down the bottom of
no.
the stairs last night.
Is he okay?
Who cares? No, yeah, he's fine. He's fine. He's fine, people. He's fine. It was literally the last step.
Oh,
I gave
poor
him a
guy.
bath and rubbed him and made sure he was okay.
I don't know where you're lying or not. But but what is the dog movie where the dog plays basketball that everyone had a joke
Airbud?
about? Airbud. See, dogs
Yeah.
are good at basketball.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're
There
right.
you go.
Forgot about that.
All this makes
and
sense.
then they're also good at football. Airbud, the golden receiver.
Oh yeah, which one was the first? But it's originally Airbud's good at basketball, not football.
I
right?
assume so. Like
Yeah.
Air Jordan, Airbud. I don't know.
Yeah, it has to be.
Mm.
Well,
Anyway.
but I mean, but when you say Teen Wolf is good, like it actually makes you laugh, like it's funny, or is it just
Oh,
something that
for sure.
reminds you of your youth?
Well, that's what pulled me in. It's
You
very
kind of look
nostalgic to
like
me,
a
but it also is very funny. I'm going to send you, this is going to be annoying because I'm going to send you some YouTube clips of just scenes
sure.
to watch.
Okay.
We talked about this, the closing scene, like the final scene when he like wins the basketball game and there's that crowd scene where everyone's going down the bleachers and that one extra, like his pants are like open and you can see him zip up his pants. You pause it right. No.
No, we have not talked about this. And
Yeah.
also, uh now I'm like, how many times have you seen Teen Wolf? That
I've
you
seen it a
that
lot.
you
I just told you I've
that
seen it
you
a lot.
notice an extra in the background
Well, I thought that was
pulling
like
his
a urban thing that like people talk about, and so I was like looking for, and it's I mean, just Google it, you'll see something about it.
okay.
Teen
All
Wolf
right.
Extra.
I mean, I believe you. I just not going to not going to do that.
Ah, that's a good movie.
I got
Like
a
Stripes. Did you see Stripes? I don't like Stripes. I didn't see that when
I
I was growing up, and then I
yeah,
tried to watch. I was like, "What's all the hype about this
same
classic?"
thing.
Like, no.
I tried to watch Stripes and I made it halfway through. I don't even think I finished it.
Yeah.
It's like some of those classic comedies, especially from like the 80s.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's not really a laugh a minute. Or else like maybe they've repeated all these like gags so many times since then that you
Yeah.
see them coming and it's not like Blues Brothers, supposed to
Mm-hmm.
be this like amazing comedy. It's like how many
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like
I know. Like sometimes I'll
there's
watch
not
movies
huge
like that.
laughs for me in Blues Brothers, but it could just be like when you're young and when you see that stuff.
But like, yeah, like movies like that are like where you watch it and you're like, oh, this is a movie everyone's been raving about. It's up in all the college dorms, this movie poster. And then you watch it and I'm just like, huh. I wonder if they just didn't like if there weren't comedies before this. And
Yeah,
like,
right.
like, is this the first time comedy was a movie? Because this is fucking
I know.
slow, like not enough.
You know what else? Like it's like in what is the Animal House? Like Animal House is funnier than Blues Brothers, I think. But like
Sure.
when you the most famous line that like it's like hey, did the Germans give up or did we give up when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor or whatever? He everybody quotes that all the time, right?
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
like not that funny. It's like a decent joke or whatever. Like he gets the history wrong.
yeah.
But it's not that funny. But like it gets
Right.
quoted like throughout history. It's like
Yeah.
and every time it's in a top 100 list of comedies or movies, and then they put that like it's some genius line that we should all quote throughout the. It's like I think
Maybe
what
that was
happens
the
is
first time they used that formula for that joke,
I guess, but then it's like I think what it is normal like people with not great senses of humor need like movies to really hang on like oh that's a comedy like I get it. Like it's just
Yeah.
very straightforward
Yeah.
funny,
Yeah.
not trying to like take you on too many twists or whatever.
Right.
But like
Yeah.
put Animal House next to like Kingpin or something. It's like there's just no reality where those movies are even in the same ballpark as far as how much you're gonna laugh. And nobody talks about Kingpin being like some,
Can I be honest with you? I was talking to my buddy Aaron today, and we were
yeah.
talking about Kingpin. This is the second time today I've talked about
Wow.
Kingpin.
See? It's the greatest. But again, that's like when I maybe it's all generational, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also, in the back of my head, as we're talking about this, I'm like, I'm picturing listeners just calling us assholes as they listen to us. Like, oh,
Because it's all their like favorite
you
movies.
fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well,
fair. Fair. That's fair. Whatever. Fine.
but it's not just like there's also like no new like what's your favorite new comedy, that's come out in the last
Well, what do you mean by new?
Last 2 years.
Oh, last 2 years? Oh God, I don't know.
5
Movie?
years.
I don't know. I mean, how long ago was
Well, so
Bruno?
this
How
gets to
long
my
ago was Bruno or the?
long, longer than 5. But this kind of gets to my thing. It's like it might just be that there's this period in your life from like 14 to 26
Yeah,
where like stuff hits you.
and that's it. And
And
you
then
just
everything
lock
else is
on.
like that's always going to be your favorite movies. And there's
Yeah,
no cracking that. As you get older, you've seen too much shit and then it's not for you anymore or whatever. And anything older than that, you didn't see it unless you saw it in those formative years. It's
yeah,
got no chance.
yeah. Huh.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, that's what they say about Saturday Night Live. It's like, oh, people in what is it, high school? That's like that cast is
right.
always your favorite.
And that's true. It's true for
Yeah.
me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're slightly different age. What so when you think of the best cast, who do you think?
Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell, Horatio Sands.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, of course. And then Amy or no. Sherry O'Terry and
That
Chris
was like the
Kattan.
that was like the clean slate right after my I mean, I love that. I mean, I love that cast too, but like when I think, okay, who's my, I think Chris Farley, Adam Sandler, David Spade,
Right.
Rob
See, it
Schneider.
works.
Yeah.
I will say, like, if you are comparing those, I can be objective.
Hmm.
Like, I think Will Ferrell and Chris Farley cancel each other out. They're both like the funniest people
Yeah.
ever. But then when you go below that, that other one is better. Like if you go Chris Rock, David Spade, Adam Sandler versus, Tim
Uh,
Meadows,
yeah.
Chris Kattan.
Although I
You
think
know,
wasn't Tim Meadows, he might have been like the only holdover that like was
I
in
when I
mine
man,
and yours.
we love that sketch, The Ladies Man. Do you ever watch?
Uh-huh.
You remember that?
Oh
Oh
yeah.
my god!
That's a
Like
great
that.
movie too.
Yeah. I mean, you're just throwing around the word great. Teen
It
Wolf,
is a good movie. It's a
Ladies
good movie.
Man, the Beehner Criterion Collection.
If I enjoy, that's the thing. No, because it's so hard. This is why I think I'm justifying my opinion of a great comedy, because the amount of shit comedies compared to comedies that aren't shit is so like if a new comedy's coming out, the odds that it's going to be good are so slim. So when a comedy isn't dog shit, it's like,
Yeah.
hey, that's a great movie. That was a good comedy. And Ladies
Well,
Man was a real surprise at how funny it was.
I I remember. I guess I probably haven't seen it. I'm not like you where I go rewatch.
I mean,
Uh,
It's not Bruno. It's not Kingpin.
no, but if
But
it
it's
makes you
also
laugh, like if any movie, I think like maybe I forget who said this, like that any movie where you get like 5 really solid laughs out of it, like that's a good comedy.
yeah,
Like it's
like
pretty, like you said,
Hardy.
it's pretty
Yeah,
hard.
yeah,
But then what happens is maybe it's got the laughs in the movie, but then it's not like it doesn't hold my attention. Like sometimes a movie can be hilarious at certain points, but there's no way I'm going to go back and watch the whole thing from beginning to end because it's such a mess or the acting so bad or whatever. But then other times the movie's pretty good and it holds your attention, but then nothing's ever really that funny in it.
yeah.
Those
I
are
got
like
that. Where you're
those.
like watching, yeah, you're watching a movie and it's like halfway through and you realize, wait a minute, I don't think I've laughed yet. I'm just
Yeah, it's
kind
like
of like,
those like those smart, like like Woody Allen movies and stuff. Like
uh,
they're like better movies, I guess, but then you're like, you know, not
yeah,
exactly like my sides aren't
yeah.
hurting here.
I mean, I remember seeing Ace Ventura. Like, yeah, that's a perfect like put Ace Ventura next to a Woody Allen,
Yeah.
they're both comedies, but I like almost pissed my pants falling out of my seat at Ace Ventura. And Woody, I mean, I'll just say it. I don't care for Woody Allen movies. I respect that everyone thinks, oh, they're great pieces of art, they're fantastic, but I don't think I've ever laughed at a Woody Allen movie. It's
No.
above me. I'm not classy enough to laugh at a Woody Allen movie, I guess.
Yeah, no. We got that. You didn't have to put the humility in there in the end. We all when you started this whole conversation with Teen Wolf and Airbud 2 Golden Retriever or whatever.
I've never seen any Airbud movie, just for the record.
Oh.
Are those comedies?
I think Airbud might have given the most that might be the most used movie for like a premise, like joke premises. I feel like I saw more Airbud jokes than any other movie
But
jokes.
do you think
And you're
everyone
probably
that,
right. Nobody's probably even seen the movies.
yeah.
What if the movies are really good and just we're all making fun of them because it's like a stupid, ridiculous premise?
Oh, or a stupid, ridiculous name.
All right. Should we get into topics?
Yeah, let's get into topics.
Movie talk. That was movie talk.
That was movie talk with the Cavalry, the Johnny and Andrew. All right, you want to go first? You want me to?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I got one for you. I think this is a easy peasy for you. I'm sure you're gonna back me up.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have 2 slam dunks. That's my hunch.
Okay. So you go and like if you go out to eat and it's like one of these taco places, but it's like taco. We do tacos. We're taco. There's a place by my house, Taco Vor, and it's not like a guy on the side of the street. It's not some Mexican cantina and they have burritos and quesadillas.
Okay, no.
All they do are tacos.
Okay.
And they have all these different curated ones with different stuff in them and whatever.
Sure.
You're going to go home hungry.
Oh.
It doesn't matter how many you order, you can't get full. And plus they're like $5-6 a taco, so you can't order like 10 of them or whatever it would take to actually get full. But you're going to go home hungry. And so if you're one of these, what I would need backup on is if you're one of these taco, just like go ahead and put like a burrito on the menu for like real people who are you know what I mean, so that want to go home full.
For people that don't want to show off to their friends visiting in town.
Yeah, exactly. That would be my and those places, like there's a reason why like at Mexican restaurants, like crappy ones, if you do order tacos, they like give you a giant plate of rice and beans and cheese melted all over it because they're like, well, there's no way you're gonna get full off of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
do you know the type of place I'm talking about?
I think so. I mean, I'm kind of picturing the street vendor type.
No. This is like you go in, they have cool signage. It's like a sit down type place, probably a bar too.
So it's wait staff. It's not.
There's wait staff. There's like, and they just do tacos, and they're like elevating maybe there's fusion tacos or they're like, it's like a whole thing.
Well, I'm backing you up based on what I'm hearing, picturing this place, and I'm backing you up just based on like these places where it's like, oh, it's a hip place. I generally will leave most upscale or non-fast food places hungry, no matter what kind of food it is. So you're going to get backed up from me.
Yeah. Okay. I knew you would. I was wondering if you probably just like wouldn't waste your time at these places, which is smart. But it's like people who don't have to eat a lot love it because it's like, oh yeah, I can get one steak one and one fish one and then one pork one. And then it's like, ooh, little bite here, little bite, dabble all the tea. And I'm like, I'm starving. We ate, this is what we literally went there tonight at like 5:30.
Who's we?
Heidi, my daughter, and my mother-in-law.
Okay.
Place
Whose
called
idea was it?
Taco Vor.
Do you like it?
I mean, it tastes good. It's a taco. I had a steak one, I had a calamari one, and I had a pork one, right?
Okay.
And yeah, I'm up to like $20. So it's like you're not going to order too much more than that.
Yeah. And you're hungry right now.
I'm starving. That was 2 hours ago, and I've got to somehow go to bed tonight without like, you know, making myself a second dinner.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Oh, well, I don't know, man.
Yeah, you're
Make
back.
the dinner. Make the second dinner.
Make the second dinner.
That's my advice.
Thanks, Johnny.
Yeah, of course. I'm always looking out for you. You know that.
But you know what? It's an easy fix because it's like I know you have all the ingredients. Just throw a burrito on the menu. And for some reason,
How much do you think they should charge for that if they do that? What you're saying?
a burrito?
Yeah.
$12.
Okay.
Like a big fat steak burrito or something. $12.
Okay.
That seems
Yeah.
reasonable, right?
Yes.
I would pay 15. I would pay 15 because I know I would. You know what I mean? It's gonna be more food.
How many tacos worth of ingredients do you think it takes to make a burrito that we're talking?
I was thinking about this because it's like, well, why does a burrito fill me up so much more than the taco? It's because the taco, they throw a lot of like filler in it, right? They'll put like, especially this place, they're gonna do like the onions, like the classic LA ones where it's just cilantro, onion, and the meat, and then you put whatever like hot sauce on it. They're small, so they don't only, what I mean, you look at it and it's like it's small, so you'd eat like 5 of them or whatever.
Yeah.
And maybe you could get full off that.
Yeah, but those aren't like
they're like $2.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But these ones look big, so you're like, oh yeah, of course, $6 or whatever. But then you look in it and it's like all they put like radishes and shit to like fill it all out.
Yeah, it's all air.
It's all air. I'm eating air over here. And so I was like, why is a burrito so filling? It's because of the density. I mean, you pick up a taco, it doesn't weigh like anything. Pick up a burrito, you put like dumbbells on those things. It's like,
oh man,
they're heavy and they're packed with like, I think it's like, obviously it's like the rice and beans and cheese
and queso. I'm going to Qdoba tomorrow after this talk, by the way.
I go tonight.
Do it. I'd be so proud of you.
What if you just door dashed Chipotle to one of those taco places and like, oh, mine's here, just a giant burrito.
DoorDash someone else's food
just
when you're
into
at
a different restaurant.
Yeah.
That's what you should start doing when you go to these fancy restaurants. And you're like,
when I get dragged to tapas places,
right, and then they're like, yeah, well, I'll split this. Like, no, actually,
Arby's should be here in about 12 minutes, according to my app.
And someone reaches for your fries. You're like, oh, did you want us? And you can kind of throw in on my order, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
They probably would frown upon that.
That's the thing. No, but that makes me mad. Like, I'm thinking about that now. Like, I'm thinking about the last time I go to a tapas place with all these people. If I had ordered that, people would be like, oh my God, that's so embarrassing. But if I was like, yeah, that's embarrassing, whatever, and then I open it and I start eating it, people will be like, oh, that fucking looks good. That looks good. Right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. Arby's might not be the one.
Well, I went Arby's for comical effect.
I just had like this New York steak and I'm perfectly cooked and I'm just staring at your Arby's like, oh, oh God.
Yeah.
All right. What do you need backup on, Johnny?
All right. So, all right. We'll keep it on food. Okay.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say this. Aaron decided to leave for lunch. She had lunch dates with a person the other day, and the person
I thought you were just gonna end the sentence. You had a long pause after leave. Aaron decided to leave. Oh no.
So anyway, when your wife leaves you, now back me up here.
I think they should stay.
Yeah, right.
I mean, this is a lot of work. I'm lonely.
Yeah.
Kids are running around all
Lonely
over
and
me.
miserable. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we went out for lunch. She got stood up by her coworker. He's like, "Oh, sorry, see if Johnny wants to meet." We went to a Mexican place, and we had the classic. Do you want to sit inside or outside? My topic is just I think it's stupid to eat outside at restaurants. I think it's stupid.
Yeah.
The reason you're going to a restaurant, it's temperature controlled. I mean, this is lunch too, so it's like the sun is out. And I was right. I was right. We had flies. We were just swatting flies the whole time. I was like, And I made some, snarky, I wonder if these flies are inside there too. And of course I'm the
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, very funny. Well, then she pawned it off because we were there. A garbage truck was like, it's a strip mall, restaurant. And the garbage truck was like emptying all the store's garbage dumpsters right around the corner from where we're eating. So she blames it on that. But it's like, well, regardless of the reason, we're outside. This is not ideal. It's loud and there are flies. And one of us has the sun in their face because the sun's out.
Well, it's interesting because like outdoor dining was, especially during like COVID, right? Everybody was trying to eat outside all the time, and then they created all these new outdoor spaces to eat. So I ate outside in some of like the worst conditions where they have the heaters and it's like freezing cold, but you were just desperate to go to a restaurant, so you were going to eat outside or whatever. And like, there are times where it is really nice, like if there's a big view of the water, if you're like on a rooftop. No, none of these appeal to you?
Sure, yes, but that's
I think it's like, yeah, on
we
the
both
aggregate.
know that's not what I'm talking. I'm talking about, all right, we're
Right.
going to this restaurant. They got both. It's not on the top of a building in New York.
Here's what I will say too. I don't ever want to wait longer for either.
Okay, so you'll take outside over inside if it's like
if I'm gonna wait. I'll go ahead and take.
That's a good point.
Waiting for a table is probably my least favorite option.
And it does go both ways. Sometimes you gotta wait if you want to eat outside. Sometimes you
gotta
wait
no, I know.
Eat inside. Yeah.
Trust me, I know. I've done this because Heidi's big on eating outside. And my mom is still very like COVID conscious, so we definitely have waited for outside tables before when there were inside tables available, and it drives me crazy. But I think most of the time you're right, like, because even if it's really nice, but then they're like, oh, we'll sit in the sun, and then you're just immediately like baking in the sun, and there's only one seat. Like in an indoor table, all the seats are like equally good. Maybe you want to be on the outside of the booth, whatever, but for the most part, like you said, they're all temperature controlled. You're all getting the same light. It's the same noise. But outside, one of those seats is going to be good, and like one of them is going to be awful. Like one of them is going to be like you're staring into the sun, you're getting baked, or it's like cold. You're not sitting close enough to the heater, and so like somebody's getting screwed all the time if you sit outside.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So you're backing me up.
So I'm with you. I'm backing you up.
Easy
peasy. All right. Do you have any shows you want to plug?
I'll plug the one I plugged last time. I think it's, let's see, this is coming out on the 4th. So we're going to plug the Sprecher Brewery on the 16th of September in Glendale, Wisconsin. Sprecher Brewery gig. Okay.
I will be in Bend, Oregon at the Open Space Event Studios in September 22nd and 23rd. So if you know anybody in Bend, send them my way. Thanks everybody for listening. Subscribe to the Patreon if you want to hang your post-show banner, which we're about to do right now. And that's it. All right.
You're listening to
the Cavalry.